Jai. Nitila Pravishtam Vishnupa Rashatarashatashmar Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Nitila Pravishtam Vishnupa Rashatarashatashmar Bhaktivedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Nitila Pravishtam Vishnupa Rashatarashatashmar Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Vaman Goswami Maharaj Nitila Pravishtam Vishnupa Rashatarashatashmar Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Nitila Pravishtam Vishnupa Rashatarashatashmar Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Nitila Pravishta Mahabhagavat Shri Goksharas Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Nitila Pravishta Shri Satchitaranda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai. Nitila Pravishta Vaishnav Sarvabhauma Shri Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Rupanu Gauriya Guru Varga Ki Jai. Shri Nathan Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jeev Gopal Bhattadas Raghunath Shar Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Shri Sarup Damodar Rai Ramanandari Shri Gaur Parshad Vrinda Ki Jai. Namachaya Shri Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासरी गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री क्षेत्र मंडल गौर मंडल व्रज मंडल मथुरा वृंदावन धाम की जय। सर्व अभिष्ट विरत गिरिराज महाराज की जय। श्री राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड की जय। श्री यमुना देवी गंगा देवी की जय। श्री तुलसी महारानी वृंद देवी की जय। श्री भक्ति देवी की जय। श्री पूर्णमासी योग माया की जय। श्री गोपेश्वर महादेव की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। श्री श्रील रूपा गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय। श्री स्तवमाला की जय। श्री गोवर्धन-धरण-लीला की जय। श्री हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। श्री निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। Dandava pranam everybody. Indira Mataji, Ganga Didi, Rukmini Didi, Madhavi Didi. Dandava pranam everybody. So, I'm feeling a little bit sick this morning, so sorry if my mind's a little bit scattered. Haribol, Bhavatarini Mataji, and Padruna Prabhu, Mantramurti Mataji. So, a few days ago, Śrīvāsa, he shared with me a beautiful description, astonishing description of the Govardhana-dhārana-līlā from Srila Rūpa Goswami's Stavamālā. And now that we're at this part in our daily Bhagavatam reading, I thought it would be nice if Śrīvāsa could share with us. He didn't share the whole thing with me, he just shared part of it with me, and it was amazing. So I asked him if he could share the whole thing with all of us, and he agreed. Okay, Indira Mataji, yeah, let's do that. Haribol, Rup Manjari Didi, Raseshwari Mataji. Yeah, okay, let's start with the Jayadwani that I'm sorry, the Mangalacharan. No, you didn't miss it, Rup Manjari. Okay. Okay, we'll start with the Mangalacharan and then we can. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Shri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayaniti Namine. Sorry, one second. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Namo mahavadanyaya Krishna prema pradayate Krishnaya Krishna chaitanya namne gauratvishe namaha. Guruve gaurachandraya radhikaya tadalaya Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tara Bhaktaya Namo Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. I'm just going to skip these because we're not reading Srimad Bhagavatam. Tavai vasmi na jivami tvaya vina eti vigyaya radhe tvam nayamam charanantikam bhaktya vihina aparadha lakshay Shiptashtakama madhe Kripa Maitvam Sharanam Prapanna Vrinde Namaste Charana Ravindam Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Śrīvāsa Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. All right. So, yeah, Śrīvāsa, you want to sit here and then.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to absorb my mind in Govardhana-dhārana-līlā. I haven't yet been to Govardhan since I've come here to India and been kind of low energy, but Girirajji is calling still somehow. Yeah, and if afterwards anyone wants to relish these more, there's, of course, editions of this by Bhanu-swami, Rasbihari-lal, and also kksongs.org. It's Govardhana-dhārana. Govardhana-dhāranāya namaha. Shri Govardhana-dhāranāya namaha.
This question: are these parts aren't available on KK-song? Like what you're reading from though right now?
No, it is.
It is the Sanskrit also?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
And then the Rasbihari-lal has the word for word in their edition.
I wonder.
Bhanu-swami has the commentary.
I wonder if maybe when you're reading, then is it easy to find it on KK-song? Maybe we could have the words up also.
Yeah.
And then, okay, just 1 second. We're just gonna find the song. Haribol, Manjari Didi. Okay, 1 second. Let me share my screen. You can see what we're doing. Okay, so kksongs.org. And then
authors. Stavamālā and Untitled Prayer to Shri Govardhana-dhārana.
Okay, cool. And then I'll just make this big. Actually, what would be best is if I share this on. 1 second. I'm gonna open this up on Śrīvāsa's computer, and then I can scroll for you. And then, sorry guys, it didn't. Just got this idea. Let me stop sharing the screen. 1 second. Okay. Now I'm gonna invite. And you have WhatsApp on your computer, right?
No, I don't.
Oh.
Messenger.
Okay. Messenger. Okay, I'll send a messenger thing. Thank you for being patient, everybody. Should have. Okay. Śrīvāsa. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to open this up on Śrīvāsa's computer, and then I'll just follow along with the Sanskrit so that we can focus on his.
Behind it.
All right. Cool. Okay.
Shri Govardhana-dhārana-līlā Namah. Jhamajhamiti varshati stanita chakra vikridaya vimushta. Should I wait a bit? This is an introductory prayer. Read the Bengali, actually, the translation of this. Indra Prerit Megaghan Gabhir Garjan Purvak Surya Mandal Achadhan Koriya Jham Jham Shabde Brishti Aramba Korile Jini Govardhan ke Udde Dharan Koriya Atmiya Jan Raksha Kariyachan Say Brajapurandar Shri Krishna Tumar Nikhil Bhai Mochan Korun. May that Brajapurandar Shri Krishna alleviate all your fear, who, when Indra, the clouds sent by Indra, began to thunder very deeply and covered the orb of the sun, and the rain started with this jham jham sound. He who then lifted Sri Govardhan upward to protect his Atmiyajan, his dear relatives.
Could you enter your password?
Jhamaj jhamiti varshati stanita chakra vikridayam vimushtar vimandale ghanagatabhira khandale rarakshadharani dharo dritipatu kutumbaniya sadarayatu darunam brajapurandaraste daram. It's kind of nice to read the translation first, because then you hear the words in the Sanskrit, like kutumba, kutumbani means his family. Stanita is thunder. Stanita chakra, so it was a chakra of thunder. Vikridaya. Vimushta ravimandale. Vimushta means to steal, so it totally obscured the sun. Ghanagata bhira khandale. Akhandala is a name for Indra. Akhanda mandala. It's in again in Madhvacharya's prayers, that word shows up. Anyways, move to the next verse. Are you?
Okay, this is, where are we?
Yeah, okay, we've just done the first verse. I just went through the first verse.
Okay.
So starting with the second. Maha heturvader vidirnendrayagam Giri brahmanopasti vistirna ragam Sapadyeka yukti kritabhira vargam Puro datta govardhana kshama brid argyam. So Maha Hetuvader, with his great Hetuvad, or causality doctrine, or Sankhya-vad, Baladevi Devotion Prabhu says in the commentary, Vidirna, he rent asunder destroyed the preparations for the Indra Yagya, and Giri Brahmano Pasti Vistirna Ragam, increased the rag of for worshipping Giriraj Govardhan, the Brahmanas, the cows. Then the Abhirvarga, the Brajabasis, came together. Sapadyeka Yukti, they all agreed then to worship Giriraj Govardhan. Priya Shangshini Bhir Dalotang Sani Bhir Birajat Patabhi Kumari Gathabhi Stavadbi Kumare Rapisparatare Saha Vyakirantam Prasuner Dharantam. To read the Bengali for this. Yavatiya Brajer Kumar or Kumari Gan. So all the Kumars and Kumaris of Braj. Patta Vastradi Bhushne Vibhushithaya, decorated with Patta Vastra, silken clothes, Vibhushithaya. A Govardhaner upar pushpa brishti, showering flowers on Govardhan. O tumi paritripta hoya, and you were satisfied. Amader manovancha purana karo, please satisfy our cherished desires. E prakare uchchaishware Govardhaner Jai Goshana Karite Laganan. In this way, in a very loud, high voice, you begin to declare the glories of Sri Govardhan. Giristhula dehena bhuktopaharam Barashini santoshitabhiradharam Sadotunga shringavalibatta chailam Kramat priyamanam parikramya shailam. Tumi girivarar nyay vishal deha dharan karta. You assumed a large form, Girivarana, like Giriraj Govardhan. Karata Govardhana Pujar Nimitta Anit Bhakshadrava Sakal Bhojan Kriya, and you ate all the edible items brought for the worship of Giriraj Govardhan. Samagata Abhirasi Mantani Dikke. I think the crest jewel of these like the Simantani, like the sindur of the Abhira race. Bara Pradane Santoshit Korile, you gave them all boons. Evam Govardhan Pradakshin Korya Tadiya Atyucha Shringavali Pataka Maladwara Shushobat Korile. And then did parikrama with them of Govardhan. And this is interesting detail. Atyuta Shringavali Pataka, on the highest peaks, strung either planted flags or strung, it says Pataka Mala, a garland of flags along Giriraj Govardhan, along the top of Giriraj Govardhan. And fifth verse. Makhadvangsa sangrabhatha svarganathe samantat kilarabda goshta pramathe muhurvarshati channadik chakravale sadamboli nirghosham ambodajale.
And Manjari is asking, which Bengali are you reading? Whose Bengali are you reading? Where is this?
This is an edition published by Ram Narayan Vidyaratna from, I believe, from Murshidabad. Was it Radharaman Press or something? I can't find much trace of them today.
And this was in Gurudev's personal Mathura library, right? This is Gurudev's personal copy.
This is the most commonly available one that has Baldev Vibhushan's commentary in it. It has some mistakes in the Sanskrit sometimes, but then we have other editions to correct that. Svarganath Indra Yagya Dhvangsa Janit Apaman Bodhe. So insulted by his yagya being ruined, the Lord of Svarga, Indra, Brajamandal Vinashta Koriboboliya, I will destroy Brajamandal. Krodh Purvak Tathai Mahabrishti Aramba Korilan. He began a Mahabrishti, a huge inundation. Krame Ghanagatai Digmandal Achadit Hoile. All directions became covered in dense clouds. Chaturdike Mahagarjan. All four directions were filled with this Mahagarjan, this great thundering. And Ashinipat Purvak, Mahabrishti hoite lagla. Ashinipat, I don't know what Asha is. Mahabrishti, Samdamburi. To look that up.
Is it something about thunderbolts though?
Might be, yeah. Ashinipat. It might be in the Tika here. No, it doesn't say. Muhurbrishti khinnam paritras bhinnam brajesha pradhanam tating ballavanam bilokyapta shitam gavalincha bhitam kripabhi samunnam surit premanunnam. ब्रजबासी दिग के अनवरत वृष्टिपात हेतु खिन्न और भय व्याकुलित. देखिए, seeing the Brajavasis very distressed and fearful because of this torrential downpour. Evam dhenu ganero tadabastha avalo, and seen also the cows in this condition. Avalokan Korea, tumi atmiya jana rakshai daya paravash hoile. You became compelled by compassion to protect your family members. Verse 7. Tata sabhyahastena hastindra khelam samudritya govardhanam savahelam adabram tamabram liyam shailarajam muda bibratam bibramajjantu bhajam. To sabhyahastena anantar tumi gajarajernai hastindra khelam, like the play of the king of elephants. Samudritya, lifted Govardhana, Savahelam, like casually, like easily, Avahela, almost like without too much care. Gajajanai Avalila Krame se Vishal Gagan Tala Sparshi, Nana Jantu Gana Kirana. And this Giriraj, the next line of the Adabram is a name for the sky, and then Tam Abralilam, no, sorry. Adabram is Mahantam, means very great. And Abraliham, Liya means to lick or kiss. So Abram, Liya means the sky kissing or licking huge Govardhan, which was covered also in so many wild animals. Krishna lists this. Sakautuke dharan korile. Verse 8. Prabhisthasi mata katam shoka bhare paribhrajamane sute mayodare abhuvan bhavanto vinashtopasarga nachitte vidatta brahmam bandhu vargaha. Evam Yashoda ke sambodhan karya kahle janani. So addressing Mother Yashoda, he said, Mother, Todiya putra ami vidyamani tumi ki janya shokakul hoitecho. When I, your son, am here present, why are you becoming so distressed? Indra kupit hoya tomar kichui korte pariben na. Indra can get as angry as he likes, but he will not be able to do anything to you. Evam atmiya swajana digke sambodhan karya kahilan. And then addressing everyone else, he said, Hey bandhugan, oh my friends, tomara kon prakare bhrant hoyo na. Do not become disturbed in any way. Dharya valamban karo. Compose yourselves. Tumadar sakal vipad dur hoyachumanik. And consider that all the calamity has been dispelled. Hata tavaditir vidheya nabhiti kriteyam vishala maya shailashala tadasyang prahashadavagyat varsha Vihasyam kurudvam pravesham. Vihasya, like pay no regard, laugh at him. The Amaresha, the Lord of Amaresha, of Amaravati. Okay, that's 9. Erup ashwasit hoya gopaganer badanar vinda praful hoila. Being consoled thus, the beautiful lotus faces of the gopas blossomed. Ananta rishta chitte attalika pray, and with very happy hearts, say Govardhan Guhai Pravesh Korya, they entered into that. Attalika pray was practically like a mansion. Korya tomake stav korite lagen, and they as they did this, they were praising you. Oh wait, I think I skipped a verse. Yeah, sorry, that was the next verse. Tomara bhai kore, do not fear. Tomader ati vrishti dur hoilo. I've dispelled this torrential rain. Dekho tomader raksha nimit e vishal parvat ke urde dharam, lifting this great mountain. Tomader griha nirman koriya dilam. I have constructed a home for you. Ateva varsha tat parvartak devaraj ke tuchya gyan koriya. Therefore, consider this Devaraj Indra and his reign insignificant. Swachanda chitte e paravat madhya pravesh karo. And very swachanda chitte, put your mind, your heart at ease and enter into this, beneath this mountain. And we already read the translation for number 10, so we'll go ahead with the Sanskrit. Iti swairam ashvasita gopa brinde Parananda Sandeepitasya Ravinde. They're Sandipit. Their Aravinda is Sandipit, illuminated with Parananda. Girer Gartamasa Jaharmopaya Opamanam Chirena Tirishte Parishtu Yamanam. So they entered into this mansion like Girigarta. And Chirena Tirishte, very pleased, almost as if forever. Chirena Parishtu Yamanam, praising Krishna. Then the commentary. So these are the first 10 verses, and then from 11 onwards, the next 5 verses, Vallabha Vibhushan Prabhu says that these are all Srimati Radhika's utterances. So she's speaking to Vishakha in this verse, because Vishakha seems to always be at her side. Girindram Gurum Komale Panchashakhe. Panchashake, 5 branches. This is a beautiful word for hand. Girindram Gurum Komale Panchashake, and his tender 5 branches. He is lifting this Guru, this heavy Girindra, king of mountains. Katam Hanta Dhatte Sakathe Vishake. How? Why is your friend, O Vishaka, doing this? Purastadamum Prekshyaha Chintayedam. Purastadamum. This, like, it's interesting, the word that she uses to describe Govardhan is like a pur, like a city, or in a sense. Muhurma makinam manoyati bhedam. And seeing this, I mean, mani bari bedana paitichi. The Bengali translates as bedana, but you see from the Sanskrit, it's like literally saying, and the commentary also saying, muhur bhedam bidaram. Like, my mind is being repeatedly split seeing this. So Radharani is in so much anxiety seeing Krishna do this. Stanadbhi kathore ghaner dvant ghore brahmad batamale hatashetra kale ghanasparshi kutam bahannan kutam katham syan kanta sarojakshitanta. Ai sarojakshi, O lotus-eyed one. Dekho dekhi.
Sorry, this is Srimati Radhika speaking to Vishaka Devi?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry.
I think still speaking to Vishaka. Okay. The 2 verses to Vishaka. Dekho dekhi bhayanak megar garjan hoitiche. Look, there stanadbi kathor thunder is going on. Prabal bege jhanjavayu, and ghaner dhvant ghore ghanakatai chaturdik andakarmay hoitiche. All 4 directions are becoming dark. The wind is blowing very powerfully all around. Sutram kono dik nirnay hoitiche na. You can't even tell which direction to go. Erup bhayanak samay, at this fearsome moment, kritahara uchchashringa Govardhana-dhārana-līlā tomar kanta ki klanta hoitiche na. Is your kanta, she's saying to Vishaka, is your kanta not becoming tired trying to lifting this uchchashringa, this high-peaked Govardhan, who's just kritahara, ghanasparshi kutam, bahanannakutam. He's just eaten this whole annakut. He's heavier than ever before.
Govardhan is heavier than
ever before. He's just eaten all the offerings of the Brajavasis. Natishtan. Okay, then the next verse is directed at Mother Yashoda. Natishtanti ghoshte katoranga danda. Are there not any katoranga danda, hard, like bamboo rods or poles to prop up the mountain? Kiyantotra gopaha samantat prachanda. Are there not any powerful gopas, really strong, muscly gopas? Shirisha prusuna valiso kumarje. I looked up this word, shirisa. It's a type of tree. It kind of seems similar to the ones where the drumstick grows on. And their flowers are like these really, really puffy, fluffy, like soft blossoms, like soft, like, she chose like a word to describe the softest possible blossoms. Dhritadhuyam bhurirasmin kimarje arje. This, common way to address mother. Ai arje brajeshwari, ai brajadhame katinkai prachanda balishta anekta gop achan. There's many hard-bodied, powerful, strong gopas. Tahara thakite আপনার শিরিষ কুসুম কোমল নন্দনের হস্তে a gurbar keno ন্যস্ত করিলে. Why have you given this huge weight to your son who is so tender as these shirisa flowers? Then she's addressing Govardhan. Gire Tata. Oh, hey Tata Giriraj. Tata means father, I think. Gire Tata Govardhana Prataneyam. I offer this prayer to you, O Govardhan. Vapustulanali Laghishtam Vidheyam. Bhavantam yata dharayanne shahaste nadhatte shramam mangalatma namaste. Hey Tat Giriraj Govardhan, আমি প্রণাম করিয়া, O Father Giriraj Govardhan, I have a pranam to you. তোমার নিকট প্রার্থনা করিতেছি. I am praying to you, please. Brajavasi Sakaler Kalyanakari, you are the benefactor of all the Brajavasis. Ateva jahate anayase, তোমাকে ধারণ করিয়া ইনি পরিশ্রম বোধ না করেন. So please, সেরূপ তৃণায় লঘুমূর্তি ধারণ. Please assume a form or make yourself lighter than a piece of grass so that he can easily lift you without any labor, without any struggle. Verse 14. Brahmat kuntalantam smitadyotakantam lasadganda shobham kritashe-shalobham spuran netralasyam muraristamasyam barakutashali sputam lokayali. Punarbar, again addressing Vishakha. Ay Vishakhe, ay dekho look, Brjendra Nandan, Kutil Kuntal Shobit Suganda, his beautiful cheeks, which are adorned by beautiful curling locks of hair. O Chapal Nayan Shobit Bandhanaravinda, and his face, which is beautified by these very restless eyes. Amader Prati Drishtipat Korea, he's looking at me. Jena Antargat Kono Guru Bhav Prakash Karitejan, as if trying to reveal some deep, profound mood in his heart. Napiyeti radha latavang marandam varaprema saurabhya puradamandam dadhanam madam bhringavatungakujam varangi chalapanga bhangapta pujam. Kalpa Lata Rup Shri Radhikar Prem Sogandha Purna Atyutam Bhakya Makaranda Panakariya, drinking the honey of these Atyutama Vakya, these extraordinary exalted words uttered by the Kalpalata, Srimati Radhika, and that this honey is filled with the fragrance of Prem, Prema Sogandha Purna Atyutama Vakya. Kalakanti Brahmaranai, tumi aparananda anubhav korile. You like a Kalakanti Brahmar, like a Brahmar who is very happy or buzzing at a very high frequency, vibrating, like buzzing, like Bringa Kujam, Uchakantanadam, it says in the commentary, Uchakantanadam. So like a happy bumblebee, Aparananda anubhav, you're experiencing boundless joy hearing these words of Radharani. Evam.
Wait, who's this? This is Rūpa Gosvāmī?
No. So from verse from 11 to 15, it's Radharani talking. Now again, it switches to the narrator, and Rūpa Gosvāmī is just describing the situation. Evam tadiya apanga bhangi dwara tumi satkrit hoile. And so Krishna is hearing these beautiful words, drinking these beautiful words like a happy bumblebee, and also being satkrit, being greeted or worshipped by Radharani's glances. Now it's Mother Yashoda is speaking. Verse 17. Yashoda Nanda Manshaki Sambodhan Kuriya. She's addressing Nanda Baba. Katham nama dadhat kshudaksham atundaha shishur me garishtham garindram mukundaha tate tasya tunde hatadarpayaram brijadisha dhadna chitam khandasaram. This is probably one of my favorite verses because he does a bit of a word play with the word tunda. So Kshudakshama tundo, Kshudakshama. So tunda is belly. So his belly must be aksham, like attacked by kshuda, by hunger. Shishurme, my Shishu, my baby, my child. Garishtam Girindram is lifting this heavy mountain. I'll read the Bengali first. Yashoda is addressing Nanda Maharaj. Hey Brajaraj, Amar Gopal, Ati Balak, Vishesh Anekshan Kichu Ahar Korenai, hasn't eaten anything for a long time. A Bishal Govardhana-dhārana-līlā Prishranta is becoming very tired lifting his Govardhan. O Atik Shudarta and very hungry. Ateva Tumi Shigra, very quickly you should Dadi Dugdha Prastut Mishthanna, some sweet rice with milk and yogurt. Ihar Mukhi Arpan Karo. And the Sanskrit is even better. Tat etasya tunde. So tunda is then the beak of like a bird, right? So like a feeding like a baby bird, right? Tad etasya tunde hatad arpayaram, like hatad, right now. Give it to him. Brajadhisha dadna chitakhandasaram. And this, like in the Pranam mantra in Raghunath Das Goswami's Vajavilasta, it talks about Nanda Baba cooking sweet rice every day, feeding to the Brahmanas. When they're in Mathura, and Krishna is wandering around all day with Krishna, with Balaram, and they come back in the evening, that first evening, and they sleep there in the Gopa camp. They haven't really eaten anything all day, and but Nanda Baba's prepared a big pot of sweet rice. So it seems like Nanda Baba's always has like sweet rice on hand. It's kind of amazing.
It's the sweet rice maker.
Yeah. And then this is for this.
I thought it was neat how Yashoda said, my son. She's talking to Nanda Baba, but she's saying, my son. Yeah. She's not like our son.
Yeah. And then
she's like kind of upset with him.
I can tell. But it's because Radharani's been upset with her. It's like you see the flow of prem coming from...
Yeah, first Radharani, and Radharani is really boldly speaking to Yashoda too. So
It's almost unprecedented. I think I can find another example like that. The midst of a calamity, I guess. So verse 18, this is directed to our Yashoda, then turns to Baladev Prabhu. Mahabharanishte stite te kanishthe, your kanishtha, labhe batsa nilam barodam apidam avashtabhya satvam tadasme balatvam tadasva vilambam swahasthavalambam. Baladev ke sambodhan kariya kahitechen, hey Vatsa, oh son, Nilambar, yes, you wearing the blue clothes. Tomar Kanishta, your younger brother, Mahabharakranta, he is being attacked or set upon by this great weight. Hoya klanto hitechan, he's becoming exhausted. Tadarshane ami bore kashtapachi, this is disturbing me, this is making me suffer so much. Ateva tumi shigra balabirja prakash karo, manifest some of your balabirja, your great valor and strength. Kuriya hastavalam, and help him, lend him your hand. Nija Katish, and help your younger brother. Iti snigdavaranam samakarnayantam. Hearing these snigdavaranam, these snigda like ghee words, samakarnayantam giram maturenanch nirvayantam kanishtanguli shringa vinyasta gotram Pariprinita Vyagra Gopala Gotram. Yashodar a prakar sneha suchak bhakya shavane. Hearing these loving words of Mother Yashoda, to me, Jananir Patisa Sneha Nayane. So with loving gaze towards Mother Yashoda, Yani Drishti Pat Karele, Evam Takshane Kanisht Anguli Dwara. And in that moment, in that second, with your Kanisht Anguli, your pinky, your smallest finger, Shaila Rajke Dharan Korea, you lifted the Giriraj, the mountain. Bhai Vyakul Gopadike Paritarpit Korile, in this way satisfying or appeasing all the Gopas. When I read this the first time, I just absolutely blew my mind, because then I realized, oh, this mudra of Krishna lifting, we've seen so much. There's actually a whole story, this whole story behind it, that when he first lifted the hill, he lifted with his whole hand. And then he flipped it onto his pinky finger to pacify his mother.
It's like, see, it's nothing.
And it's just, it's like every little detail. There's a whole story there that, Anyways, verse 20. Amibhi prabhave kuto bhud kuntam shishurdhuli keli patu khirakantha vibhartyadya sapta tiko bhuri bharam girim yachhiradesha kailasasaram saptavarshya dhuli krirar yogya dugdha posha e balak. I believe these are the Gopas speaking. This 7-year-old boy who should be just playing in the dirt, dhuli krirar yogya, dugdha posha, who's still, I guess Gopas are still, no, dugdha posha, I don't think that means breastfed, it just means still drinking mostly milk. A balak, Kailash Parvatar Nyay Ati Vishal Govardhan, this huge Govardhan, it's like Kailash, the mountain, Kailash mountain. Samanya Chatrakare, Anayase Dharankaruche. He's lifting it like an ordinary umbrella. Ateva Ihar Esamasta Prabhav, Akasmat Kotahite Upastat Hoila. Where did all this power of his come from all of a sudden? Nashanka Dharabhram Kshaneyas Makasmat Nakhagre Sahelam Bhatyesha Yasmat Girir Dik Karindragrahaste Dharavad Bhuje Pashyatasya Spurat Adyatavat. और देखो जे प्रकार दिग्हस्तिगण शुंडाग्र द्वारा पृथ्वी धारण करिया रहिया छे. Just as the elephants of the directions hold the earth on the tips of their tusks. Serup, a balak, Bamahaste, this boy with his left hand, a Achalaraj, he's lifting this Achalaraj, this motionless mountain, Dharan Karya, it's like he's not like he's shaking or anything. Karya Biraj Karitiche. At Parabat Ihar Hastohete Parya Jaibe e Sandeha Karao Amadabita. And it's pointless for us to think that this mountain is going to slip from his hand because Anayase Nakagradara, he's lifting it by the tip of his fingernail. E Guru Bhar Bahan Karitechen. Verse 22. Iti spharatare kshanir mukta bhogair brajendrena, is it? Brajendrena sardam tirtha priti yogai. Muhurvallaver vikshamanasya chandram purasaptaratram taratyak tantram. Gopagan Brajraj Nandaner Sahit Erup Katopakatan Korite Korite. So in this way, the Gopas speaking with Brajraj Nanda, they're speaking with Nanda Maharaj. Samasta Dukha Parityag Purvak. See a mistake here, it says Sukh. Anyways, but giving up all anxiety or distress, Bisparanani with wide eyes of Pritamane and with so much love. Saptaha kal ek bhave avasthit tamar badan chandar punapuran darshan karite. For one whole week, they spent like this, just gazing at your moon-like face again and again. Verse 23. Tariddam kirnang samire rudirnan vishishtam budharan dhanuryashtiharan. Excuse me. Trinikritya ghoran sahasrang shuchoran dhuran toru shabdhan tritavagyamabdan. Tarin malai akarna. So strings of lightning. Samiran chalit and heavy winds. Ambudhara barshi. Streams, torrents of rain. Indra, chap, kachit, surya mandala chadi. Bhayankar is covering the sun. There's a few things I don't understand here. Indra chap kachit. Evam bhayankar nadi. Fearsome, that's either fearsome sounds. Bhayanak meg dikke. Tumi samanya trirnai nyangari. You saw this is all just insignificant pieces of grass. Evam brishti dwara brajer yatheshta anishtakari.
The Nadi, could that be the river also? Fearsome river?
Maybe Nadi. I mean, I didn't just check the commentary here. I can't tell.
Might be sans.
Oh, Shakra Chapa Bichitra Naharayesham Tan Shakrena Shingaritan. Oh, there was some description of Ratnahara, like just Dhanur Yashtaya. Oh, we're talking about his bow. Maybe talking about the rainbow? Yeah, we'll have to look at Bhanaswami's commentary translation. So this is, so Krishna saw all of Indra's attacks, all the rain and wind, thunder, just pieces of grass. Evam brishti dwara brajer yatheshta anishtakari. Turn the fan. Anishtakari ahankar pankhi vilupta drishti. This quite evil. Yatheshta anishtakari, or ahankar pankhi vilupta drishti, whose vision, whose wisdom or intelligence had disappeared into the mud of ahankar, of false ego. Indrer abhiman karaba koriya dushta janadikke shiksha pradan karile. Krishna thus destroyed the pride of Indra and gave, does this affect the sound? This gave a lesson to Indra. Vidyud akirana bhayanak megagan varshan kariya nibritta hayache. Okay, verse 25. Or did I?
Verse 24, I think, right?
24, sorry. I went ahead and read the translation already. Oh, 23 and 24 were together here in the Bengali. So 24 sounds good. Ahankar pankavali lupta drishter braje yavadishtam pranito rubrishte balaresh chadurmanitang vispurantam nirakritya dushtalidande durantam. All right, I'm going to jump ahead to 25. Vishrishtoru niraha sajhanja samiras taridbhi karala yayur megamalaha ravishambarantar vibhatye shashantaha kritananda pura bahiryat shuraha. Vidyud akirna bhayanak meghan barshan karya nibritta hayache. Jhanjubai ar bhaitechina. So this is Krishna speaking. The fearsome clouds with lightning that were showering rain have now dissipated. The forceful wind is no longer blowing anymore. Evam Suryadev ambar tale nirupadrave prakash paitechan. And the sun is without any obstruction shining from the heavens. Ateva he gopagan, therefore, O Gopas, tomra nirbhaye swachanda chitte giriguahote bahir gat. How? So you can easily, without any fear, exit this cave of the mountain. Verse 26. Yatha purva vinyasta shailendra bharam dadhi kshira lajang kurer bha vinibhir muda kirjamanam yashasta vinibhi vayam hanta govinda sondaryavantam. एक कथार पर तुम्ही आत्मीय बंधु बांधव दिग्गे गिरी गुहा होते निसारित. So you had everyone exit from beneath the mountain and then placed Giriraj Govardhan yathasthane back in its place as it was. Edike gopigan ananda mane tumar gunalila kirtan korite korite. And outside there, the gopis were Anandamani, absolutely delighted, and began singing your gunalila, your pastimes and qualities. And as they did this, Dadhi Kshira Laja Prabriti Mangalya Drabyam. Laja, I'm not sure what Laja is, but okay, so previously there's this whole Rupa Goswami goes through all of Krishna's pastimes, and he does describe the Govardhana-dhārana-līlā there briefly. There's another time, if we have time, we can read that also. And there he says that the gopis come to him with kumkum also. So with yogurt, with kheer, with kumkum, other auspicious items, begin showering him with these. Verse 27. Vayam hanto govinda sondaryavantam. Oh, I missed a word, a verse, line there. Anyways. Vayam hanto govinda sondaryavantam namaskurmahe sharmahetor bhavantam Tvai spashtanishtuta bhuyaschidindum mudanaha prasadi kuru prema bindum. It's an interesting prayer. Hey Govinda, O Govinda, Amra Param Kalyan Labhir Nimitta Sondarjavan Tumaki Puna Puna Pranam Kuritiche. In order to obtain Param Kalyan, the supreme benefit, we are again and again offering pranam to you who are so beautiful. Ateva, therefore, Tumi Anugraha Purvat, very kindly, Amader Gyanendu Tiruhit Korya. Please do away with our Gyanendu, the moon of our knowledge, to the Prema Bindu Pitrangur, and distribute your Prema Bindu, your drops of love, or a drop of love. And in the commentary, Balavidibhushan says, Tehi Vichitra Leela Shunya Nistaranga Sindur Ivananda Rashi Paramatmeti Gyanena. So the knowledge, meditation on Brahma or Paramatma is like a Vichitra Leela Shunya, an ocean that is devoid of any variety or pastimes, nistaranga, waveless. And so all our knowledge, Krishna made that, yeah. So like the moon that would rise from that sort of ocean, do away with that sort of moon and give us the droplets of your prem. One last verse. Kshubhyaddambholi jimbottara Jrimbotarala Ghana Gata Ramba Gambhir Karma Nistambo Jamba Bhairi Giridriti Chatuladhi Bikramod Dena Chakre Tanva Nindantam Indi Baradala Balabhi Nandindi Nandindi Nindi Rabham Tam Govindadya Nandalaya Shashivadana Vande Mahitam. He Govinda, tumi Govardhan dharan kariya bato vidyat bhayanak brishti pat dwara brajer anishtikari indra prabal garbha karyacho. You have lifting Govardhan, Giriraj Govardhan, you have destroyed the powerful pride of Indra, who sent so much lightning, wind, and rain to Braj. O Sharir Kanti Dwara Indivar Madhupai Brahmar Ganan Angalavanya Parajay Koritecho. And your body, the complexion of your body is defeats the luster of honey drinking bumblebees who are drinking honey from blue lotus flowers.
Very specific.
Evam tumi Nandalay Vasini Yashoda Prabriti Matri Baragar Mahanand, and you are the cause of great bliss for all the mothers like Mother Yashoda living in Nandagam. Ateva Adya Amra Tumake Kai Manovakya Pranam Kuritache. So we are bowing to you with body, mind, and words. Shri Govardhana-dhārana ki jai.
Jai. Wow.
Thank you for this wonderful engagement.
So you said that there's something that preludes this. There's like a.
Is there time?
I don't know what time. It's almost been an hour now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's another one.
Maybe another time though.
Yeah. It's shorter. It's shorter, more condensed. It's got like a faster chanda, longer lines, but it's more of a summary. There's some interesting things like how he's looking or greeting Chandravali, and mentions Chandravali first, but then it talks about Radharani and her mood, and it talks about her looking at Krishna, and she's like, she's thinking, if I look at him, if I give him this glance, it will make it easy for him to carry this. So it kind of shows some interesting comparison between the relationships there, and yeah.
Cool. Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, sure.
Sweet. All right.
Thank you. Another pronounce, everyone.
Manjari Didi says, please, yes. Okay. So, tomorrow Śrīvāsa agreed,
It's
right?
short, it's shorter than this.
It's shorter than this one also. So, and also tomorrow our reading is very short. So, so we could probably fit in both Srimad Bhagavatam and, and this. All right, maybe should we end with a kirtan? Let's see. We already sang Govardhana-dhārana-līlā. Maybe now we can sing Govardhana-ashtakam, just because I have it here. 1 second, let me share my screen. Okay, Sanskrit section. Okay, Govardhana. Okay. Wait, is my screen sharing? Yes. Okay. Yes. What Śrīvāsa is reading, yes, it can be sung like that. Yes. Rukmini Didi and Indira Mataji are very grateful. Right. Krishna prasadena samasta shaila samrajamapnoti cha vairinopi shakrasya prapa baling sa shakshar govardhano me adishatam abhishtam swapreshtahastam bhujaso kumarya sukhanubhuter Atibhumi vrite Mahendra Vajahatimapya janan Govardhano me dishatam abhishtam Yatraiva Krishna Vrishabhanuputra Tanam Grihitam Kalahang Vitene Shrute sprihayatra mahatyata Shri Govardhano me dishatam abhishtam snatva sarasvashu samira haste yatraiva nipadi paragadhuli Alolayan khelati charu sashri Govardhano me dishatam abhishtam Kasturikabhi shaitam ke matre tyuham prabho swasa mohor vitanvan Naisargik tasya shila sugandhar Govardhano me dishatam abhishtam Vangsha pratitvan anusavartma Didrikshavo yatra haring harinya Yantyo labhante nahi vismita sa Govardhano me dishatam abhishtam Yatraiva gangam anunaviradham arohya madhe tunimagna Krishna hiradhanul galo bhavo sa Govardhano me dishatam abhishtam Vina bhavet kem Harasa varya padashrayam bhaktirata shrayami Yameva svapremani jeshayo Shri Govardhano me dishatam abhishtam Etat patedyo haridasa varya mahanubhavashtakam ardracheta Shiradhika madhavayo padabja dasyam savindet achirena shakshat Govardhano me dishatam abhishtam Govardhano me dishatam abhishtam Jaya Giriraja Jaya Govardhana Giriraja Jaya Govardhana Jaya Govardhana Jaya Vrindavana Govardhana Jaya Vrindavana Jai Radha Kunda Jai Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Jaya Shama Kunda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Nitai Gaur Haribol 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 Nitai Gaur Haribol 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 Jai Shri Guru Gauranga Vikagiri Dhari Shri Radha Vinod Vihari Ju ki Jai Shri Govinda Gopinath Maran Mohan Ju ki Jai Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtata Rashata Shishimar Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj Shila Gurudev ki Jai Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Shila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Shila Bhakti Vedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj ki Jai Sai Nitya Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtata Rashata Shishimar Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Shila Prabhupada ki Jai Nitya Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtata Rashata Shishimar Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj ki Jai Nitya Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtata Rashata Shishimar Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada ki Jai Nitya Pravishta Maha Bhagavat Shila Gorksharas Babaji Maharaj ki Jai Nitya Pravishta Shila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur ki Jai Nitya Pravishta Vaishnav Sarvabhauma Shila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj ki Jai Shri Rupanu Gauriya Guru Varga ki Jai Shri Shila Baldev Vijabhushan Prabhu ki Jai Shila Vishwanath Chakrabarti Thakur ki Jai Shri Nartham Srinivas Shamananda Prabhu Trai ki Jai Shila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami Par ki Jai Shri Rup Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jeev Gopal Bhatta Das Raghunath Sharda Goswami Prabhu ki Jai Shri Sarup Damodar Rai Ramanandari Shri Gaur Parshad Vrinda ki Jai Namachay Shila Haridas Thakur ki Jai प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासरी गौर भक्त वृंद की जय श्री क्षेत्र मंडल गौर मंडल व्रज मंडल मथुरा वृंदावन धाम की जय सर्व अभिष्ट प्रदत्त गिरिराज महाराज की जय श्री गोवर्धन धारण लीला की जय श्री सर्व ब्रजवासी गण की जय श्री नंद बाबा यशोदा माया की जय श्री दाऊ भाया की जय श्री विश्वभानु नंदिनी श्रीमती राधा ठाकुरानी की जय श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीगण की जय श्री हरिनाम श्री गिरिधारी गोपाल की जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय श्री तुलसी महारानी वृंद देवी की जय श्री स्तवावली की जय श्री रूप गोस्वामी पाद की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय समागत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय श्री निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि गौर वृंदाय तुलसीदेवाय प्रियाय केशवशः कृष्ण भक्ति पददेवी सत्यवताय नमो नमः वंश कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. Dandavat pranam to everybody. So I'll see you tomorrow. We'll read Srimad Bhagavatam, I think chapter 26, and also if Śrīvāsa is into it, then we could hear even the part that before this, right? It's short, but yeah. So, all right. Thank you so much for joining. See you all tomorrow. Haribol. Haribol Mitun. Haribol.